I used to work for NASA. I won't say my name, and I won't say exactly when, but I was part of the team that handled post-mission analysis. My job was to go through raw footage, astronaut reports, and mission telemetry to piece together what happened on every Apollo mission. And I'll tell you right now, we never stopped going to the moon. Everyone thinks Apollo 17 was the last mission, but that's a lie. There was Apollo 18, Apollo 19, and Apollo 20. They weren't public, they weren't televised, and if you ask NASA about them today, they'll tell you they never existed. That's because they never wanted anyone to know what happened. It started with the signals. After Apollo 17, NASA's Deep Space Monitoring System started picking up something strange. At first, they thought it was background radiation, random cosmic noise from deep space, but then the patterns started forming. They weren't random, they were structured, repeating pulses, mathematical sequences, too precise to be natural. Someone or something was transmitting from the moon. They kept it quiet, of course. But internally, there was panic. The public had already lost interest in the space program. The government was slashing budgets. They couldn't justify another moon mission unless they had a damn good reason. This was it. In 1976, Apollo 18 launched in complete secrecy. No press, no television coverage, just a handful of astronauts sent up there with one mission: find the source of the transmission. Only one of them came back. The official flight crew consisted of Commander Nathan Briggs, pilot Joseph Reynolds, and lunar module specialist Dr. Michael Garrison, the best of the best. These men had no idea what they were walking into. The mission proceeded like any other. Launch was successful. Lunar orbit was achieved. They landed near the lunar South Pole, an area never explored before. Their first few hours were routine. They set up equipment, collected surface samples, conducted geological tests. Then Briggs saw it, a hole in the ground. Not a crater, not a natural formation. A perfectly circular opening leading deep beneath the surface. The astronauts gathered around it. The depth was unknown. Their lights barely reached the bottom. Their suit radios crackled with interference. And then something moved inside the hole. They had cameras, helmet cams. Everything was being recorded. Briggs reported seeing something shift deep below. Not an animal. There's no life on the moon. But something down there reacted to their presence. Mission Control told them to proceed with caution. They secured a tether and descended. At 73 feet down, they found walls, perfectly smooth, flat, not rock, not ice, designed, and in the center of the chamber, there was a door. A massive, seamless black door, twice the height of a man. No hinges, no handle, and on its surface a single symbol was carved, an eye. Watching them. That was when their radios cut out. Mission Control lost contact for 2 full minutes. The feed was static. Then suddenly video returned, but it was chaos. The camera was on the ground, tilted. The only thing visible was the bottom of the cave. The audio. I will never forget the audio. Briggs was screaming. Not normal screaming. Not panic. Pure terror. "Pull me up! Pull me up!" The astronauts above scrambled to reel him back in, but something was pulling him down, something stronger. The video cut out again. When it returned, Briggs was gone. All that remained was his helmet, rolling across the cave floor. The visor was shattered, and there was blood inside it. Only Dr. Garrison made it back to the lunar module. When he was recovered on Earth, he wouldn't speak. Not in the debriefing, not in the medical examination, not to his own wife. He just sat there, gripping something in his hands. It was small, black. NASA doctors tried to take it from him. He attacked them. He was sedated and moved to an isolated medical facility. 2 days later, he was found dead in his bed. Cause of death, unknown. The object he was holding, gone. Apollo 19 was sent to retrieve the bodies. Apollo 20 was sent to destroy the cave. After that, NASA shut everything down. Every remaining mission was scrapped. Every astronaut who knew the truth disappeared. And the transmissions, they never stopped. To this day, NASA still receives signals from the moon, but they don't talk about it, they don't acknowledge it, they just tell us there's nothing there. I left NASA years ago, but I still have nightmares. Not about the missions, not about the lost astronauts, but about the door, the thing behind it, the thing we woke up. Because I know the truth now. We never stopped going to the moon. We were told to stop. And if we ever go back, we won't be allowed to leave. Do you believe NASA is hiding something? Have you ever wondered why we never went back? Comment below what you think really happened. And if you ever look up at the moon, know that something is looking back.